story appears ordinary until you see the core side of it.
And what you're looking for is the story behind the news.
We bring it to you from Lagos, the commercial capital of Nigeria.
Giving you all sides and political stories round the clock.
Every detail from the start line to the final whistle.
CoreTV News, expanding your view.
This is CoreTV News at 7 with Nifemi Oguntoye. A suspected female suicide bomber has struck at the Maiduguri Monday market nearly 1 week after two suicide bombers hit the same market. Eyewitnesses say the bomb attack occurred at about 11:30 a.m. when the market was booming. They claim the bomb went off as the woman was accosted by members of the local vigilance group who insisted on searching her wares. A second explosion was also said to have gone off not too far from the scene of the first blast. Security forces have since confirmed the incident and said the area has been cordoned off. They also say it was too early to give casualty figure as emergency operations were still on. The incident triggered panic with residents running helter-skelter. Nigeria's military authorities have confirmed that troops backed with area support are engaging insurgents in Damaturu, the Yobe state capital. The defense headquarters says through its Twitter handle that Boko Haram infiltrated the city at about dawn with views to overrunning it. It added that the troops are bent on securing the safety of the residents as they go about the task of repelling the invaders. The military noted that it's too early to pass on details of the operation, but would keep Nigerians posted on the situation it insists is not out of control. There are reports that the insurgents moved into Damaturu from nearby Gujba, among which they had taken a few months ago. The city of Ado-Ekiti is in a palpable fear following an all-night attack carried out by gunmen on the newly constructed 200-bed-made prison facility located along Afao Road in the state capital. The attack has been officially confirmed by the prison controller in the state, Kende Fadipe.
We were attacked from outside, not from within. From outside. They came massively with different weapons, and we have been here since yesterday, since around 10:30, about 11, yesterday, 11 p.m. till this morning.
Fadipe was not forthcoming on the real nature of the attack, although suspected to be behind it, even as journalists are barred from entering the facility for now.
It's a matter of semantics. Attacked and bombed.
Yes.
You understand? What we understand is that we don't have any Boko Haram in the here.
Right.
You understand? Okay. So the motive of those that came will come to light later.
Okay.
Though the controller denies any casualty, relatives of suspected fallen prison officials are spotted around the premises. However, says efforts are on to rearrest escaped prisoners.
Our men are still out there trying to capture or whatever. We have men out there. We have some that have been captured, kept in the police cell, and we are trying to retrieve them.
Inmates.
Meanwhile, the Minister of Interior, Abba Moro, is alongside top brass of the prison service expected in Ado-Ekiti. The Ekiti State Police Command has issued a red alert to the public on the fleeing prison inmates who escaped from the Ado prison attack. Taiwo Lakano, the Ekiti State Commissioner of Police, warns members of the public against harboring any fleeing inmate, while dismissing the notion that the attack was successful due to negligence on the part of the police. He warns that anyone found harboring the fleeing inmates will face the full wrath of the law.
We even started making arrests. The security measures were in place. The measures are working. We've arrested a sizable number of men. And at this juncture, let me warn, those who are harboring them should be very careful. because I will charge them as accomplices. I will not, relate this to what is happening in the state, because you look at the distance, this place is far out of town. We've been collaborating with the prisons to visit, to ensure that, the place is secured. Well, it just happened. But I will not lay the blame on the, on the front of the police.
Well, the Ekiti State Governor Ayodele Fayose has condemned the attack on the Ado-Ekiti prison. While inspecting the prison, he says prison officials have neglected their duty.
It's obvious that these criminals were led successfully to their destination. They came for their targets, to free their targets. The people they want to free, they came purposely to free them. The prison has a tower. And because of complacency, most of the officers who are armed are supposed to be in the tower to protect the prison. But because it has become a routine and people don't really come alive with their responsibilities, I am not particularly impressed. If you fortify a prison, there's nothing as good as the warders being alive to their responsibilities. They are not alive to their responsibilities at all. I mean, the inmates here are very few. It's obvious there's a conspiracy somewhere. Some people must have given information, some people must have allowed certain things to happen. And I'm saying it expressly, the inmates here are using telephones in collaboration with the officers. This is regrettable. And we'll take this up.
The governor, who expresses dismay, says it's shocking that over 300 out of the 400 inmates fled during the attack. He, however, vows to take the prison officials up on the attack.
How come in a prison of about 400 inmates, about 300 people would escape? That is sheer recklessness and must be taken up seriously. I'm not happy. First of all, secure the prison itself, and we have to overhaul the personnel here. Abuja must overhaul the personnel here. They're not doing the needful. They're not doing the right, what is expected of them. They're not doing it.
Well, there was a little drama as a journalist, Tosin Faleye, was assaulted by a prison guard just as the Ekiti State Governor Ayodele Fayose was being conducted around the Ado-Ekiti prison facility. And while he was also taking a swipe at what he described as negligence on the part of the prison officials, which led to the facility being breached successfully. He says the prison officials must do better, while also promising to bring the offending official who slapped the journalist to book.
What sort of lawlessness is this? The governor is telling you to go and produce one of your staff to find it difficult to produce it. All right.
Away from Ekiti now, a federal lawmaker has filed a fresh suit against the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Aminu Tambuwal, but the Speaker is kicking against it. He has petitioned the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court seeking protection in a fresh suit filed against him by a member of the House, Abiodun Akinlade. The suit has Tambuwal, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, and the federal government as respondents, and has already been assigned to Justice Evo Chukwu. The lawmaker, who is a member of the People's Democratic Party in Ogun State, is seeking judicial interpretation of an earlier judgment of the same court, which held that there was no division in the PDP. Tambuwal's petition said he had no confidence in Justice Chukwu, having given a judgment in 2013 that there was no division in the party. He also observed that the judgment had been relied upon for subsequent decisions on defections, including one which declared the December 2013 defection of 37 PDP lawmakers to the APC as illegal. You're on to CoreTV News at 7. We'll take a break now and I'll be back with more stories. Don't go away.
I no longer worry about deodorant stains with Nivea Invisible for black and white deodorant. No white marks on black and no yellow stains on white. My black stays black and white stays white longer. And I stay 48 hours protected. New Invisible for black and white deodorant from Nivea.
Also available, Nivea Men Invisible for black and white deodorant from Nivea Men.
Welcome back. You can access all of our news stories on any of our social media platforms. On Facebook, it's facebook.com/CoreTV News. Our Twitter handle is at CoreTV News NG. We're also streaming live now on YouTube. It's trending on youtube.com/CoreTV, leave a space, and news. The committee saddled with the responsibility of conducting the Adamawa State PDP House of Assembly primary election has concluded its exercise in Yola amidst disagreements. The journey to the conclusion of the primaries has been fraught with the various wranglings over our party delegates list. Matters Dixon completes this report presented from our studios.
The primary election has generated heated debate on the list of delegates brought by the committee from Abuja, which was refused by the party executive in the state. A court order later settled disagreement between the committee and the party ESCO. Before announcing the results, the chairman of the committee, Tim Ehamado, refused to read out the list of winners, stating that his mandate did not cover the announcement of results.
I was not present at the various constituencies.
But it was handed over to you, sir.
And they've handed the documents over to me.
Yes, sir.
And I have no reason to doubt these documents because hold on.
After intense debate with journalists, the chairman later obliged and the list of winners from various constituencies was read out.
The following candidates emerged in the various constituencies within the state. Mubi North, Abubakar Umar Jaringo. Guyuk, Honorable Farus Ayuba. Hong. Wafaryimvi Teman. Ubagaya. Dr. Raymond D. Shidama. Gombi. Abdurrahman Dauda, Mobi South, Usman Abdullahi Lamorde, Fofore Gurin, Bawuro Buba.
My teammate is from Taraba and he's finding it difficult to pronounce the name.
Nasarao Dinyeri, Umar Abdul Karim, Maiha, Honorable Alpha Umar Belal, Yola South, Adamu B. Mustafa, Fufore Vere, David Edwin, Yola North, Ishaku Bala, Mayo Belwa, Jamilu Abubakar, Demsa, Chief Lisambam D. Dili, M. Dili, Michika, Dr. Francis Zira, Ganye, Jibrin Usman Yelwa, Sheleng, Audu Buba Ngete, Tongo, Philip Andrew, Leko Koma, Alicius D. Doke, Jada Bulo, Honorable Haman Y. Tukur, Song, Simon Isa, Numan, Kwam Wamen, Kwamaken M. Makondo, Madagali, Honorable Emmanuel Isandu, Gire, Abubakar Hamagire, La Morde, Justina Obadia Nkom. Those are the various winners that emerged from
the various constituencies.
Thank you very much.
As we received.
Thank you very much.
The crisis within the Adamawa PDP has become a thorn in the flesh of the members.
Has again made its position known on the state of the nation. The party's National Publicity Secretary Lai Mohammed, who visited CoreTV News earlier today, says the position of APC as the leading opposition party makes it critical for the party to put the Jonathan administration on the spot over issues of national development. Luasheyi Adegoke has details in this report.
The interplays that have followed the defection of the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Aminu Tambuwal, from the People's Democratic Party to the All Progressives Congress, including the recent siege on the National Assembly by the Nigerian police, were developments the party holds strong views about. The APC spokesman says no law states that the Speaker must come from the majority party in the House.
Aminu Tambuwal became Speaker largely due to his own force of personality, and the accord is struck with the opposition then, remember, with the ACN, then CPC and the AMPP. So from day one, they never saw Aminu Tambuwal as their own speaker. They preferred another person, you know. But democracy is about numbers, and the Constitution of Nigeria does not say that the speaker must come from the majority party in the House, or that the speaker must come from the party that is most dominant in the House. The Constitution says the speaker shall be elected among these members.
He spoke on the plan by the party to enforce an undertaking on its presidential aspirants, which has been viewed in some quarters as a process towards imposition.
What the undertaking one is that they will all accept the outcome of the primaries. Two, that none of them will do anything to undermine the process. And I'm happy to say that individually and severally, all the aspirants have told us that as long as the process leading to the emergence of the flag bearer is transparent, free and fair, they would accept the outcome. And one of the things we have done in our party to further engender confidence in the process is to ask aspirants to nominate members into the committee that will decide how the primaries will be conducted. That is National Convention Committee.
The party, which has continuously criticized the Jonathan administration on the handling of the security issue, especially the rising Boko Haram attacks in the country, says it has a counter-terrorism approach to solving the problem.
As well, we are going to do it differently. We said it several times before. Number one, we are going to have a very comprehensive counter-terrorism, approach. We are not going to react to Boko Haram today, Boko Haram tomorrow. We are going to have, we will know in advance what to do and how to handle counter-terrorism. Two, we have advised Mr. President that he should not look at Boko Haram as Boko Haram being against him as a person or being against administration. Boko Haram is against every Nigerian.
He, however, urged all Nigerians to work together to face out terrorism in the country. Oluwaseyi Adegoke, CoreTV News, Lagos.
Crisis rocking the PDP in some states of the Federation may have rubbed off on the Lagos chapter of the party. The crisis last week resulted in the defection of 3 chieftains of the party to the APC. The factionalization among members over its top governorship aspirants in the state is already causing ripples in the party. Olajumoke Olatunji engaged the chairman of the Lagos PDP on these and other issues and brought back this report.
Already there is suspense in the air as the party primaries kick-started over the weekend amidst disagreements among members, bordering especially on delegates' lists. Political watchers are also earnestly waiting to see who picks the governorship ticket of the party among the 6 contenders. Due to these strings of problems, the leadership of the party says it is clear that the PDP is ready to take over Lagos.
I want to categorically state that we recorded 95% success in that. And for the primaries into the House of Assembly, only one local government is yet to be decided, and it will be decided today. So far, so good. That's Agege. It's because one youth leader in a particular ward was saying to be removed sometimes, and some people want him represented for the
He denied the wide speculation going round that the party has asked one of the governorship aspirants, Musiliu Obanikoro, to step down, even though he gave an excuse on his behalf for shunning the peace meeting scheduled for all the aspirants.
We've promised everybody a level playing ground, so everybody is still in the race until Monday, when we shall do the primaries. As far as I'm concerned, I'm at the driver's seat. I can categorically state at this point in time that everybody is in the race. 7 of them paid for the forms. It wasn't supposed to be a peace meeting. I think he even traveled out of Lagos then. It was supposed to be a forum for all aspirants to come and listen to the words of advice, words of wisdom, and meet with the elders. It wasn't in Lagos the time it was done.
He describes recent defection of the former deputy governor in the state, Rafiu Jafojo, former state chairman Yomi Fini, and some elders council of the Lagos PDP as good riddance.
People, I will mention their names categorically. Dr. Fini, Mrs. Nike Oluwole, they've since left this party and nobody is missing them. And that's why more people are coming into the party, because they were crisis prone. There are people who want to brew crisis in the party. Dr. Fini came from AD, so I'm not surprised he's going back there. He had never had followership. So going before the camera today or yesterday to come and tell us that he's just defecting, he has left the party long ago and we don't miss him. They first met Asiwaju Bola met Tinubu that they wanted to join their party. That one just ignored them. Now they are finding Governor Fashola easier to approach.
Obanikoro is joined by Tokunbo Kamson, Adegbola Dominic, Babatunde Gbadamosi, Jimmy Agbaje, and Adedeji Dorothy as the 6 contenders just named for the governorship ticket, while Adedosumo, who was the party's candidate at the 2011 poll, has stepped down to contest for the Senate in 2015. Olajumoke Olatunji, CoreTV News, Lagos.
The Lagos Resident Electoral Commissioner Adekunle Ogunmola has pleaded with Lagos residents who had issues at the polling unit, including the governor of the state, Babatunde Fashola, that the continuous voter registration exercise will accommodate their complaints. Amotoyalo monitored the last days of the exercise in some parts of Lagos and found in this report.
The turnout on the last day, which is an additional extension of the normal 3 days for the PVC distribution, was poor and not encouraging according to these electoral officers.
Here we are about 300 and something. They have collected less than 200.
As in, I'm just tired here, just sitting since morning. As in, let me say if I should count, I can't count up to 10. So it's so bad.
We only have 2 people today. We answered just few people. And for me, I think maybe they should go to the INEC office and collect the remaining ones.
For those who could not get their cards at the polls, the Lagos Resident Electoral Commissioner says they should visit their local governments for the collection, while emphasizing that no one will be allowed to vote without the cards.
If you distribute at the polling units from now to the end of next year, some will not still collect. But we want to make sure that those that are interested in collecting are able to collect their cards.
Sidikatu Adeji, who like the governor of Lagos State was not pleased with the development, charges INEC to do the needful.
So kini àǹfààní tá lọ ṣe ńbẹ̀ yẹn tá àtúrí àtúnwá síbí báyìí wọ́n náà tún di Wednesday kan tún bẹ̀rẹ̀ tún fún ìforúkọ míì sílẹ̀. So kò dẹ̀ wá òkè ńgbì tá ti dìbò yẹn ìwé ìdìbò wà lọ́wọ́ mi. So wọ́n kàn dẹ̀ wá láàmú mọ́ koríkorí yáàrí.
For the complaints of the governor and all the Lagosians, Ogunmola was quick to clear the air on allegations that the electoral body was planning to rig the 2015 elections through the PVC exercise.
Even if anybody wants to pay price, you do not ensure that the old governor does not have a card. In fact, the dullest person, if he wants to engage in that type of thing, we make sure that certain categories for people, that make sure those people have, so that they will not suspect any foul play. But you see, that is to show that we are transparent in our dealings, right? And it's unfortunate that that kind of thing had to happen.
Even with its extension, many Lagosians appear not satisfied with the conduct. Omotayo, CoreTV News, Lagos.
That wraps it this hour on CoreTV News. Join us again at 9:45 when we'll come with the primetime news. I'm Nithami Oguntoye. Thanks for being there.